No worry. Okay, sige. Okay, so this is our topic, that is linear differential equation. Okay, first, right class, if you could remember the classification of differential equation when we had, diba, isa sa mga kinaklasify natin if the equation is linear or not linear. So, i-apply natin dito yung tatlong ways, yung tatlong rules para ma-identify natin kung linear siya or non-linear siya. If it is linear, so therefore we can follow this method. Ayan. Okay. So by definition, an equation that is linear and of order 1 is the dependent variable y must be in the form of that one. Okay? This is the standard form. So, lahat ng equation, if you found it linear and order 1 in a particular dependent variable, so let's say y, kasi minsan, hindi siya linear sa y, pero linear siya sa x. So, that means we can also use this method in solving that. But as long as one of the variables is linear. So, we can transform it doon sa pinakababa, yon. So, kung kaya natin siyang i-transform na ganito, dy over dx plus p of xy is equal to q of x. So, kung meron lang linear siya, kasi meron lang tayong isang y dito na hindi kasama ang derivative niya, at saka order 1 lang siya, at tapos wala siyang transcendental function. Ayan, yung x natin okay lang kahit meron siya. As long as y is linear, we can use this method and transform the equation into the standard form to solve the solution of the differential equation. Pag kaya natin siyang i-transform sa ganyang form, ayan, so i-apply na natin yung method. So ano ba yung method? Ayan. So kung na-identify na natin na ganito siya, and then meron na tayong value for phi of x and q of x, then we can find the integrating factor, provided that the integrating factor will be equal to the integral of e raised to the integral of px dx. So that is the equation, that is a term dito kasama niya sa y. Ayan. And then after getting the integrating factor, and then we will be using this formula. Nawawala ang formula. Verified for exactness. Ayan. Actually, that is not the method that we are to be using. Okay? That we'll be using. So, ang gagawin natin ay, okay, ganito siya. So, di ba, kukuha tayo ng integrating factor. Ayan. So, nakuha tayo ng integrating factor. Pero dapat, kaya natin siyang i-transform in this standard form. Ayan. Okay. Pag na-transform natin siya sa ganyang standard form, so we can get the integrating factor, which is equal to e times the raised to the integral of p of x dx. And then, yung formula natin, yung form natin ay equal siya sa mu of x times y. That's equal to the integral of mu of x q of x dx plus c. Ayan. Okay? So that is our standard formula. So once we got the integrating factor, we apply it to this form and then perform the integral. And then, yun na yung ating sagot. Okay? My question? Okay, so let's have an example. Ayan. Okay. You need to check, is the equation linear in x or linear in y, or It's not a linear equation. Ayan. So, ang gagawin ninyo, i-check nyo muna if linear ba siya sa x or linear siya sa y. So, yung x raised to 5, obviously, hindi na siya linear sa x. How about y? So, y, anong may power ba siya? Wala. May product ba siya ng dy? Wala din. May transcendental ba? Wala. So, therefore, this equation is linear in y. And then, after that, we will transform it into this form. Ayan. Transform natin siya ng ganito using algebra. Una yung gawin is palabasin nyo muna yung dy over dx. So let's divide the whole equation by dx. And then syempre, ililipa ko na to dun sa una. So magiging negative x dy over dx plus x raised to 5 plus 3y is equal to 0. Okay? Ayan. And then, dapat ito, kasama niya ay yung may y, tapos yung walang y, ililipat sa kabila. Ayan. So, ang gagawin natin ay negative x dy over dx plus 3y is equal to negative x raised to 5. Ayan. And then, dapat walang kasamang itong ibang variables or coefficients. So, dapat mawala yung negative x doon. So, di-divide natin siya ng negative x. So, this one will be canceled. So, magiging dy over dx minus 3 over xy is equal to x raised to 4. Ayan. Tama ba? Okay. So, ayan. Kamukha na ba niya? Okay. So, i-identify natin next is what is our p of x? Ayan, based doon sa formula natin, p of x is negative 3 over x. And then yung ating q of x is equal to x raised to 4. Ayan, pag nakuha na natin yan, alam na natin ng p of x and q of x, let's now solve for the integrating factor. So, therefore, the integrating factor is equal to e raised to the integral of negative 3 over x dx. And then you just perform the integral. So therefore, mu of x is equal to e raised to negative 3 ln of x. Or this is equal to e raised to ln of x raised to negative 3. Then cancel that. So therefore, our integrating factor is x raised to negative 3 or 1 over x cubed. Okay. 1 over x cubed. Okay, pag nakuha na natin yan, so we will then be using the formula. Ayan. Okay. Ayan. So ang gagawin lang natin ay copy natin. So therefore, to our form, copy ko na nga lang muna yung formula. Integral of mu of x, q of x, d of x plus c. Okay. So that means, ayan, copy natin. So this is 1 over x cubed times y is equal to the integral of 1 over x cubed times our q of x. So q of x is x raised to 4. X raised to 4 dx plus c. And then simplify natin. Okay. So that's the integral of x dx plus c. Kasi cancel yon. Ayan. And then you just perform the integral. So y over x cubed is equal to x squared over 2 plus c. Ayan. Okay. And then, lipat na lang natin sa kabila. So, y over x cubed minus x squared over 2 is equal to c. So, tanggalin natin yung 2x cubed. So, we'll have 2y minus x raised to 5 is equal to cx cubed. So, this is our general solution. Okay, any question? Wala? Okay, so kung wala yung question, we'll proceed to our next example. Ayan. Okay, same lang din. We need to check if the equation is linear in a specific variable or not. So, saan ba siya linear? So, halimbawa ito, linear ba siya sa y? So, y wala siyang power, and then yung y walang product siya ng dy, and then wala rin siyang transcendental function. Okay, so that means this equation is linear to y. So therefore, we will transform it in terms of dx over dy. Baliktad, dy over dx. Okay, first, kailangan nyo munang kunin ano yung dy over dx. So divide natin to ng dx. And then iharap na natin siya dito. So cosine x dy over dx plus y minus cosine squared x is equal to 0. Okay? And then, iwanan na natin ng y dito. So, lahat ng walang y, i-transpose sila sa kabila. So, cosine x dy over dx plus y is equal to cosine squared x. And then, dapat ito, wala siyang cosine, wala siyang variable or coefficient na kasama. So, i-divide natin yung buo ng cosine x para ma-cancel yun. So, therefore, we'll have dy over dx plus 1 over cosine x y is equal to cosine x. Kuha ba? Okay. Any question ba sa pag-transform ko? Yes, Erwin? Una ay kailangan, di ba meron tayong ganito? So, ako, ang style ko is, unahin ko na munang kunin yung dy over dx. So, palalabasin ko yon. So, i-divide ko muna yung buong equation ng dx para makancel yung dx doon. Lobas na yung dy over dx. Okay, and then, since dapat nasa harap siya, diba dapat nasa harap siya? Ayan, so dapat nasa harap siya, i-move ko siya sa harap. Ayan. Tapos, since wala ito, kakopy ko lang yon. Okay, next is kailangan yung may y, siya lang ang matitira dito. So yung mga walang y na may x. Oh. Hello. Lance. Okay ba? Okay na ba or naglalag talaga? Okay. So, ang gagawin natin ay i-divide natin ito ng dx, di ba? And then, kailangan nasa harap siya. Ginagaya ko ito. So, minove ko na siya dito. And then, since na-divide ito na wala na yung dx, kinapi ko lang. Okay, based ito sa transformation natin, ang matitira lang nakasama ng dy over dx na term ay yung may y lang. Okay? And then, lahat ng may x, itatranspose sa kabila. So since ito may y, titira natin siya dito, and then yung cosine dito, itatranspose natin siya sa kabila. Kaya naging siyang positive. And then, kailangan ito din, wala siyang kasama. So, since meron siyang cosine dito, i-divide natin yung buong equation ng cosine. Okay, makancel yun. So, magkakaroon na lang tayo ng 1 over, kasi y over cosine y, ginawa ko siyang ganyan. That's equal to, so divide natin to, magiging cosine x na lang. Okay? Okay, so kung nakuha na natin yan, so therefore, what is our p of x? Okay, so what's our p of x? 1 over cosine x. And then our q of x, so that is cosine x. Okay, next. So let's have our integral. So the integral, our integrating factor is e raised to the integral of 1 over cosine x dx. Or we can write that as e raised to the integral of secant x dx. Okay. What do you mean? This one? Erwin? Because that is y divided by cosine. Okay. Okay, so what's the integral of secant? Naalala niyo pa ba? So e ln of secant x plus tangent x. Tama ba ang integral ko? It's positive. Okay? Okay na ba? Okay. So therefore, cancel natin yan. So therefore, we'll only have secant x plus tangent x. Okay, so that is our integrating factor. So therefore, based on the formula, which is equal to the integral of mu of x, q of x dx plus c. So we'll have the quantity secant x plus tangent x times y is equal to the integral of secant x plus tangent x dx plus c. Ay, sorry. Anong q natin? Okay, ang q natin ay cosine x dx plus c. Ayan. Okay, kaya lang, distribute muna natin to dito. So, secant x plus tangent xy is equal to, distribute natin cosine. Secant times cosine, so that's just 1. Plus cosine times tangent. But kasi dito is 1 over cosine. Cancel. And then ito naman is plus sine x over cosine x. Cancel. So matitira is sine x dx plus c. Okay. So therefore, we'll have secant x plus tangent xy is equal to x plus, ano yung integral nito? Sine. That is negative cosine x plus c. And then we transpose everything to the left. So we'll have secant x plus tangent xy plus cosine x minus x is equal to c. So this is our general solution. Ayan. Okay, so that's our general solution. For me, this is the easiest. Para sa akin. Yung pinakamadali para sa akin. Okay, may question ba sa example natin? Okay, so let's have our third example. So we are given 2xy plus x squared plus x to the fourth, okay, times dx minus the quantity 1 plus x squared dy is equal to 0. So is this linear in x? It is not, because we have x squared and x to the fourth, and then there's a product of these two. So hindi siya linear sa x. How about y? So nag-iisa lang ito, walang transcendental function at saka product ng y dy. So therefore, this is linear. Ayan. So ano muna natin gagawin? So gumawa muna tayo ng dy over dx. Okay, so that means let's divide the whole equation by dx. Okay, para makancel ito. And then we'll have negative 1 plus x squared dy over dx plus 2xy plus x squared plus x to the fourth is equal to 0. Okay, and then we transpose the quantity without the term without y, so that means this will stay and this two will be transposed to the other side. So negative 1 plus x squared dy over dx plus 2xy is equal to negative x squared minus x to the fourth. Okay, and then we need this. Okay, we don't need this kasama ang dy over dx. So let's divide this by negative 1 plus x squared. So canceled. So I'll have dy over dx minus 2x over, plus 2x over the negative quantity of 1 plus x squared. Ayan. Is equal to negative x squared minus x to the fourth over negative 1 plus x squared. Ayan. Can we simplify some things? Okay, so let's try to simplify. So dy over dx minus 2, nawawala yung y. 2x over, negative 2x over 1 plus x squared y is equal to, so we can factor out x squared. So negative x squared times, ito divided by ito, so that's 1. This divided by this plus x squared all over negative 1 plus x squared. So we can cancel that and then we can cancel this. Ayan. So ano ating p of x? Okay, p of x is negative 2x over 1 plus x squared. And then yung q of x natin ay simply x squared. Okay, can you follow? Okay. Okay, now let's go to the integrating factor. So the integrating factor is equal to e raised to the integral of negative 2x over 1 plus x squared dx. So how will we integrate this? So let's say u is 1 plus x squared because it's a fraction. And then du is 2x dx. So malabas naman siya. So therefore, okay, our integrating factor is equal to e raised to the negative ln of 1 plus x squared. Ayan. Or we can write that as e raised to ln of 1 plus x squared raised to negative 1. So we can cancel. So therefore, our integrating factor is 1 over 1 plus x squared. Or I don't want to write it like that. So that will be 1 over x squared plus 1. Okay? Okay, moving on. So therefore, let's apply it to the form. Ang form natin ay mu of xy is equal to the integral of mu of x, u of x dx plus c. Okay, so mu of x natin is 1 over x squared plus 1 times y is equal to the integral of 1 over x squared plus 1 times q of x natin is x squared dx plus c. Ayan. So let's try to simplify. So y over x squared plus 1 is equal to the integral of x squared over x squared plus 1 dx plus c.
Salad, 5, 10, 15, 20. Salad, 5.
Okay, so how are we going to integrate this now? Okay, class. So if it's fractional, we are trying to have it as ln. Kaya lang, tingnan ninyo, di ba pag merong pareho, pag ang numerator and denominator pareho sila ng degree, or greater than degree numerator kesa sa denominator, so ang ginagawa natin ay nagdi-divide muna. Naglo-long division. Tama ka, Lawrence. So maglo-long division. So maglo-long division muna tayo. So that's x squared divided by x squared plus 1. So x squared divided by x squared, so that's 1. So we'll have x squared plus 1. And then we subtract. So we cancel. Kaya lang, this one becomes negative 1. Okay, so the answer will be 1 minus 1 over x squared plus 1. So kukunin ko muna siya dito. The integral of 1 minus 1 over x squared plus 1 dx plus c. Okay, so 1 wala tayong problema. How about that one? Okay, let me rewrite that. So therefore, we'll have y over x squared plus 1 is equal to, ano ang integral nitong 1? Okay, syempre that is x. Minus, how about this one? How will you integrate this? Can you recall how to integrate dx? We cannot do ln kasi ang ln dapat may 2x sa taas. Wala namang 2x sa taas. 1 lang. Okay, ano ba bang ginagamit pag may fraction maliban sa, you cannot do partial fraction decomposition because the denominator is not factorable. Okay? On chance lang natin is yung mga arctangent. Yan, mga arctan, inverse triangle. Tama ka, Ernesto? Arctangent, arcsine, and then arcsecant. So, which among the three? Okay, sinabi ko. Siya yung una ko sinabi. Okay, tama ka. It's arctangent. So, therefore, that is arctangent of x over 1. So, x na lang. Plus c. Because that's, this is, I think this is arctan x over 1. Ayan. Kasi this is 1 squared. So that's a squared. A plus c. Okay. Ilipat na lang natin. So therefore, this is y over x squared plus 1 minus x plus arctangent of x is equal to c. So ganito na lang sagot natin. Yeah. So this is the final answer. Okay, so let's have our fourth example. Okay, so 4x times x squared plus 1 y prime is equal to the quantity x squared plus 1 cubed minus 2. Ayan. Okay. May class, wala tayong problema, nakagawa na yung ating dy over dx. So, ang gagawin na lang natin is ito, i-transpose natin. So, we'll have x times x squared plus 1 y prime plus 2y is equal to x squared plus 1 raised to 3. Ayan. Okay? So, lahat ng x is nandito, lahat ng y nandito. So, dapat mag-isa na lang yung y prime dito. So, we'll divide the whole equation by x times x squared plus 1. So, I'll have dy over dx plus 2 over x times x squared plus 1 times y is equal to, may mga cancel ba? So, cancel ito at saka isa. So, dalawa na lang. So, we'll have x squared plus 1 squared over x. Ayan. Okay. So, what's our p of x? So, p of x is 2 over x times x squared plus 1. and q of x is equal to x squared plus 1 squared over x. So let's get the integrating factor. So that's equal to e times the integral of 2 over x times x squared plus 1 dx. Ayan. Okay, so how are we going to integrate that? Okay. Hey class, since this one is factorable already, so it's factorable. Okay, it's factorable already. So partial fraction decomposition. Na tayong choice. So kukunin ko muna siya. And then magpa-partial fraction decomposition form ako. Since, so case 1 ito, so that's why a over x plus, this one is case 2, bx plus c over x squared plus 1. Ayan. So this is partial fraction decomposition. Okay? Partial fraction decomposition. So we need to find the values of a, b, and c, okay, para makuha natin yung ating i-integrate na mas madali. Ayan. Okay, so ang gagawin natin is pag-add natin to ulit. That's 2 over x times x squared plus 1. And then i-add natin to ulit ng LCDI. Siyempre, dapat same sila nung denominator dito. Ayan. So this divided by this. So that is a times x squared plus 1 plus quantity bx plus c times x. Ayan. Okay, and then we cancel the denominator. Madali dito is pwede kayo mag-substitution or coefficient. So, unahin ko na yung by coefficient. By substitution. Okay, if x is equal to 0, so I'll have 2 is equal to, so this is 0, so you have a, since 0 ito yan. So, a is equal to 2. Next. The coefficient of x squared. So, dito wala. 0. So, multi-distribute natin to, magkakaroon ng coefficient dito na a. Tapos, kung hindi distribute natin to, magkakaroon ito ng coefficient na b. Plus b. So, therefore, b is equal to negative a. So, therefore, b is equal to negative 2. Okay. Next, constant, wag na, coefficient of x. So, dito wala, 0. May x dito wala. So, dito mayroong c. So, therefore, c is 0. Okay, so that means, therefore, ang integrating factor natin ay equal siya sa e raised to the integral of 2 over x dx plus minus 2x over x squared plus 1 dx. Ayan. Okay, so let's do the integration. So that's e raised to 2 ln of x minus ln din to. So ln of x squared plus 1. Kasi ang u natin dito ay x squared plus 1. Ang du natin ay 2x dx. Ayan. Okay, so ayan. Bago natin i-simplify, pag-add muna natin itong dalawa. So e raised to ln of x squared minus ln of x squared plus 1. Ayan. So that's also e raised to ln of x squared over x squared plus 1. Ayan. Kasi denominator, subtraction siya. So cancel that. So our integrating factor is x squared over x squared plus 1. So let's apply the formula. Therefore, we'll have x squared over x squared plus 1 times y is equal to the integral of x squared over x squared plus 1 times, what's our q of c? Q of x, I mean. So this is our Q of x. So Q of x is x squared plus 1 squared over x dx plus c. Okay, we can simplify. So cancel, then cancel. Okay, so matitira ay the integral of, distribute natin x cubed plus x dx plus c. Okay, so madali na siyang integrate. So x squared y over x squared plus 1 is equal to x to the 4th over 4 plus paano ba siya i-integrate? Ipa-power rule nyo ba siya or pwede nyo kasi siyang i-power rule? Pwede nyo rin siyang, ito mas madali. Para sa akin ito mas madali. Pero pwede nyo siyang i-power rule kung gusto nyo siyang i-power rule. No? Tingin nyo. Wala, ginawa ko ng ganito, no? So that's x squared over 2 plus c. So paano ba siya ipa-power rule? So since meron tayong x squared plus 1 raised to x dx, ano ba yung u natin? X squared plus 1. du is 2x dx. So meron tayong 1/2 times x squared plus 1 squared over 2. Ayan. Ganyan. It's either. Ito or ito. Wala nang problema. Ayan. Okay, and then let's multiply this by 4. Okay, so we'll have 4 x squared y over x squared plus 1. Transpose ko na. Minus x minus 2x squared is equal to c. Kaya na lang. Ayan. Okay, so this is our general solution. Okay, so there's another solution for that. If you don't like that one, if you don't like that, kung gusto niyo yung power formula doon, kung gusto niyo yung power ganon, pwede naman natin gawin yon. So, meron tayong, Erwin, may sasabihin ka? Ayan, pwede naman natin siyang gawin ganito. So, ipa-power rule natin. X squared plus 1 times x dx plus c. Okay, ang u natin dito ay x squared plus 1 at ang du ay 2x dx. So, x squared y over x squared plus 1 is equal to, okay, the quantity of 1/2 muna. 1/2 times x squared plus 1 squared over 2 plus c. Ayan. Or x squared y over x squared plus 1 is equal to 1/4 x squared plus 1 squared plus c. Ayan. And then, pwede natin itong i-multiply ng 4 at saka x squared plus 1. So, magiging 4x squared y is equal to x squared plus 1 cube plus c x squared plus 1. Ayan. Or 4x squared y minus x squared plus 1 cube is equal to c x squared plus 1. So this is another solution. Ayan. O, pwede nyo kasi siyang i-chain rule or diretso na lang siyang distribute for power formula. Okay. Okay, class. Ang last topic natin, which is part of your prelims. Yeah. Okay, yung ibang mga examples ay nasa module natin. So, it's up to you na lang. Pag-aralan yung mga examples na yon. And then, our last topic is Bernoulli's equation. This one ay may special lang, pero similar lang sila ng linear. So, di naman siya ganun kahirap. Pareho lang sila ng linear. Ayan. So, yun yung gagawin natin today. Ang layong question. So, may nagtatype. Yes, Ernesto. Yeah. Elizabeth. Hindi ko pa alam. Kakausapin ko muna yung chair namin. Pero magte-take na kayo ng part 2 sa Wednesday. Okay. Ay, sama ba? Unfortunately, hindi ko alam, no? Tama ba yung term na ginamit ko? Sa Friday kasi walang pasok. Ay, ewan ko na. I don't want. Kasi holiday daw. Tama ba? It's a non-working holiday. So, ganito na lang. Yung last topic natin i-discuss. Chinese New Year ba? Ayan, okay. Yun. It so happened na magte-test kayo sa Wednesday, so I cannot discuss the remaining topic, the last topic. So probably I'll discuss it now. Pero I don't think we can have more examples of it. So, nagpaalam na ako, sabi ng chair namin ay pwede naman daw akong mag-makeup sa Monday. Monday daw. Kaya lang, yun lang ang ano. Anyway, so that means I will make it on Monday. Isabay na rin siguro natin ng review. Tama ba? Sabay na rin natin siguro ng review. And then, I will try to make a video of this topic again. Or else, you will study it on your own. Or, pwede namang nandito naman sa module natin yan. Tapos kung may question kayo ay sabihan nyo na lang ako. Okay? Class, if you want us to have a review next week, like Monday and Tuesday, you tell me so that I can arrange it. Kasi normally, ini-invite ako ng CSC na magturo ng DE or probably pati physics niyan next week, pang review before the major exams. So if, syempre, kung wala naman kayong sinasabi, mag-yes ako sa kanila. Pero meron akong sasabihin, syempre, unahin ko kayo. Okay? Si Chad, may sasabihin. Wala. Wala ba? Wala ba, Chad? Sige. Okay, class. Pwede bang i-set nyo sa akin yung time na for Monday? I will not force you or require you to attend. If you don't want to or you can't do it, it's okay. Baka magbi-video na lang and then I will just share the video to you. In case lang na hindi kayo po pwede. Kailangan ko lang kasing ng time para doon sa last topic natin. Yung Bernoulli's equation. Okay, so yan. So kung wala kayong question, so we will continue with Bernoulli's equation. Yung sa Bernoulli's equation naman ay tingnan niyo, it's similar to linear, kaya lang meron tayong y sub n dito sa right side. Ayan, so meron tayong y sub n. Okay, so I will be discussing the principle with an example. Okay? Mas madali kasi sa akin pag may example. Mas Madali siyang i-discuss pag merong example. Mawawala. So this is different from the Bernoullis of physics. Ayan. Okay? So ang gagawin natin is ita-transform natin ang equation sa ganyang form. Ayan. So let's say I have this equation. So let's transform it into that form. So ang gagawin dito is titingnan nyo lang kung yung equation natin ay magkakaroon siya ng y raised to n at saka meron siyang isang y. Ayan. So ganun din, ita-transform natin siya. Una yung dy over dx. So kailangan ko nang i-divide to ng dx para makancel ito. So I'll have 2x times dy over dx. So that's it. Wala pa lang equal to. Plus. And then I will distribute this lahat. So I'll have 6y cubed minus xy minus y is equal to 0. Ayan. Okay. So, copy ko lang dy over dx. Ngayong class, yung merong mga y lang is i-retain sila sa left side at yung merong more than y raised to 1, ililipat sila sa kabila. Okay? Lilipat sila sa kabila. So, this will be negative xy minus y is equal to negative 6y cubed. Okay? And then, i-factor out natin yung y dito. So, 2x dy over dx minus y times ito divided by ito. So, that's x. Ito plus 1. Is equal to negative 6y cubed. Ayan. And then, let's divide this by, syempre dapat wala yon 2x. Cancel. So, dy over dx minus the quantity x plus 1 over 2x times y is equal to negative y raised to 3. Okay, na-transform na natin yung ating equation. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, pag nagawa na natin yan, Okay, about that one. Sorry na di-disconnect yung... Okay, so nakalimutan ako dito yung 2x. Ayan. Okay. hindi ko na ma-view yung ano. Ay. Hello? Hello? Oh. Okay, sige. Okay, so ang gagawin natin dito is i-divide natin yung y raised to n. So i-divide natin yung y raised to n. Okay? Pagka-divide natin, tapos itatas natin siya dito, so magiging siya y raised to negative 3 dy over dx minus x plus 1 over 2x times, so simplify nyo to, magiging 1 over y squared, or this is y raised to negative 2, and that's equal to negative, class, simplify na natin to, 3 over x. Okay, 3 over x. Ayan. Tama ba? Ayan. Anyway, huwag na yung umikot ito. So, ang mangyayari niyan ay, okay, magkakaroon tayo ng substitution. So, paano yung substitution? Ang substitution ay, we will let v, yung nasa gitna. Okay, laging nasa gitna. So, v is equal to y raised to negative 2. Okay? So, kung ano man yung sagot dito sa y dito sa may gitna, siya lagi yung sinasubstitute natin sa v. So, let v is equal to y raised to negative 2. And then, i-derive natin siya. So, i-derive ninyo. So, dv is equal to negative 2y raised to negative 3. Okay? dy. Ayan. Okay? And then, di-divide natin siya ng, yun lang coefficient dito, negative 2. So, dv over negative 2 is equal to y raised to negative 3 dy. Okay? So, una, yung sa gitna, and then, i-substitute ng v is equal sa dito, and then derive nyo siya, and then gawin nyo siyang ganyan. Kasi ito niyan ay isa-substitute natin siya dito. Ayan. Okay? So, isa-substitute natin siya doon. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay magiging, therefore, magiging siyang dv over negative 2 dx minus quantity x plus 1 over 2x times, diba ito in y raised to negative 2, which is v is equal to negative 3 over x. Okay? And then, i-divide natin, multiply na, dapat mawala ito. So, multiply natin siya ng negative 2. So, paano makancel yun? So, dv over dx plus, cancel din yon, x plus 1 over x times v is equal to negative, positive 6x. 6 over x. Ayan. Okay. Ngayon, class, linear na siya. So, this now is linear in V. Ayan. Okay, so what is our P of x? That's x plus 1 over x. And then what's our Q of x? So, it's 6 over x. Ayan. So, solve na natin siya using linear equation. Okay, so what's our integrating factor then? So that's equal to e raised to the integral of x plus 1 over x dx. Yan naman ang example natin. Okay. So we integrate. So this is the same as E. Distribute natin. So that's 1 plus 1 over x dx. Distribute natin yung x. So that's equal to E times raised to x plus ln of x. Ayan. Okay, or this is equal to e raised to x times e raised to ln of x. So that's equal to x e raised to x. So this is our integrating factor. Ayan. Okay, pag nagawa na natin yan, substitute na natin siya sa formula. So therefore, diba, the integrating factor times v is equal to the integral of the integrating factor times q of x dx plus c. So we'll have x e raised to x v is equal to the integral of x e raised to x times 6 over x dx plus c. Cancel. So x e raised to x v is equal to integral ng 6, so 6 e raised to x plus c. Ayan. But v is equal to y raised to negative 2. Substitute nyo lang siya. So x e raised to x, y raised to negative 2 is equal to 6 e raised to x plus c. Ayan. And then transpose na lang natin. So x, y raised to negative 2, e raised to x, minus 6 e raised to x is equal to c. So this is our general solution. Ayan. Okay? Ay, oh. Ayan. So anyway, that's it for today. I will probably will have an announcement on when we can continue with this lesson.